Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is nice to see you once again. This week I'm going to do 4 separate metal detecting adventures and go hunt some properties that date back to like the early 1960s. Nothing terribly old, but we're going to dig a lot of high tones. I know there's a lot of trash out at these properties, so I'm going to spend a lot of time digging dime signals and quarter signals, stuff that rings up high on the machine, and we're going to see what comes out of the ground. So stick around and let's get straight to it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Just got my first signal for the week. I got the little 7778 signal and popped this out of the ground, and I believe I have myself a little religious medallion. I'm thinking it's a Catholic medallion, and it's probably aluminum. It's really lightweight and doesn't look like silver to me, but we'll put a little bit of water on it and take a look. I'll have to show you some up close photos, but I'm thinking that's probably little Catholic medallion. Pretty cool. We'll put it away and keep hunting. Well everybody, I'm up by the road right now and I'm digging all the high tones. Just got myself an 8283 signal, popped my plug, and I've got a silver ring sitting here, I believe. So let's take a look together and see what we found. It was a beautiful signal. Like I said, it was only like probably 2 inches down. But what do we have here? That's got to be silver. I've dug many silver rings and they all come out of the ground looking great. Ooh, what is that? That's an odd looking one. I don't know. Is it missing a stone maybe? Huh. You have to give me a minute to clean that up. That's pretty cool. You know, I actually don't see any markings inside of that ring. I looked all over the band and don't see anything, but that's got to be a sterling ring, or at least something close to sterling. It had a stone at one time. I checked the hole and couldn't find anything. It's probably been missing for a long time, but that is a silver ring. We will take it. That is awesome. Just got my first one of these for the week. A toy car. It was ringing up as an 86 on my machine. Really loud, and it was about 2 inches down. That thing has seen better days. We'll throw it in the bag though and keep detecting. Find a lot of change today. When you dig the high tones, I was going to show you guys some of the common things that you find. Just got me another e-cig, a vape pen. Those are becoming extremely common. I dig these up all the time now. And then I got myself a little flower tag. I think it's for roses or something like that. Aluminum. They usually ring up on the Fisher Goldbug Pro like as a 79 or 80. Kind of like a aluminum bottle cap. So we'll put them away. As many of you guys will know, you dig up a lot of just random pieces of aluminum in this hobby. And I just dug this up. It was an 86 signal on my machine, and I turned it over, and it actually says video cassette recorder J.C. Penney. That's pretty cool. I would say that's probably from the 1990s. Not bad. Very odd find. We'll put it in the bag. I just about didn't dig this signal because there's a terrible grass out here, or some sort of plant with really spiky seed pods, I believe that is. And it is killing me. I've been poked a bunch of times out here, but I thankfully did dig this signal. I got myself a key. Little car key. Kind of old. It's probably vintage 80s, but neat key nonetheless. Here's kind of a weird thing to show off. You guys at Metal Detect probably find lots and lots of these. I know I do. It was a big loud signal. It rang up high and it was just a few inches down. But take a look at this. It's a ring pull tab can from like the 1980s or the 70s. And the ring pull tab is still on there. It's still attached. How weird is that? Kind of funny. So you find a lot of trash in this hobby. These videos are just the highlights of my hunts. So we'll properly dispose of this. I have been finding a ton of change, you guys. Lots and lots of clad dimes, copper pennies, and clad quarters, and things like that. So I haven't had much to show you. I just got myself another key. I like what it says, minute key. So it's probably at a machine somewhere. It's aluminum, actually. You don't find aluminum keys too often. It was ringing up really high. It sounded like a giant quarter signal. So 86 on my machine. Not bad. We'll take it. Well, you guys, like I always say, persistence pays off. I just popped out a quarter signal and I found myself a coin that I have not found in probably 2 years. This is awesome. Take a look at this. This thing was not very deep. I cannot believe how shallow it was. I know the ground out here has been shifted really badly, but can you see that? I have got myself a standing Liberty quarter. Wow. That is awesome. Don't think I see a date on there just yet, but that has got to be a standing Liberty quarter. Oh yeah. If you give me just a second, I'll clean it up a little bit. That is awesome. I just cannot believe I dug this where I did. There's not a lot of history here as far as I know. Yeah. Like I said, if you give me a moment, I'll clean it up properly and we'll take a closer look. That is just amazing. This coin has definitely seen better days. I don't believe I did any of these scratches. Like I said, just a few years ago, this ground out here was really badly shifted around. But that's a beautiful coin. Can't really see a date down there. And the mint mark would be right here too. These coins, unfortunately, are notorious for being worn down, for the dates and the mints to be worn off. But it's still a beautiful coin. There's also 3 stars down here. I believe the 1916 version does not have the stars. But I still can't believe I found this where I did. Persistence always pays off in this hobby. Folks, this is why I continue to metal detect. I love digging old coins like this. Because I dig these so infrequently, let me tell you a little bit of history about this cool old US coin. Minted for a relatively short period in American history, the Standing Liberty Quarter was produced between the years 1916 and 1930. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, and underwent several design changes throughout its run. Type 1 coins produced in 1916 and 1917 were criticized for the depiction of a bare breast visible on Liberty's chest, and so several minute changes were made to alter the coin. The coin that I dug is a Type 2 Standing Liberty Quarter without a visible date. The loss of the date due to circulation wear became a significant problem for the coin in subsequent years, and by late 1924, mint officials realized that something needed to be done. The solution was to have the date recessed into the design of the coin starting in 1925. This is why many of the later coins still retain a visible date, while older quarters do not. The obverse of the coin features Liberty standing within the opening of a small gate, or, in the sculptor's words, to the gateway of the country. She holds a shield in her left hand and an olive branch in her right. The gate is adorned with 13 stars and the motto, "In God We Trust," split over both sides. The designer's initial M can be seen on the right side of the gate, next to the lowest star. The inscription Liberty appears above, with the date placed on the pedestal below. The reverse design features an eagle in flight with the inscription United States of America and E Pluribus Unum above the $quarter below. 13 stars are present. Although the Standing Liberty Quarter that I dug is in very poor condition, it is still an uncommon coin to find in my area. I am overjoyed to have found at least one of these beautiful coins this year, and hope to find several more in the future. Now let's get back to detecting. Right now I'm digging some of the junk signals, and I just got a 59 or 60 signal, and I've probably found 7 or 8 pull tabs in a row. Just got another signal very similar, and just got a little cross. That's not bad. It's a junker, but at least it's kind of an interesting little piece of material. I just got myself kind of an older find here, you guys. It's a little tiny hook off of some clothing, but unfortunately I don't really know what it's off of. If somebody out there could tell me, I'd love to know. Is it like off of a girdle or some stockings or something like that? I'd love to know. I've dug these up before. It's a little tiny piece of brass, probably from the late 1800s or early 1900s, but it's a cool find nonetheless. It looks as though I'm finding some older stuff. I just got a kind of mid-60 signal and decided to investigate it. And I just popped this out of the ground. It was not very deep, but it's a small portion of a harmonica reed, a brass harmonica reed. Probably late 1800s or early 1900s. Pretty cool find though. I love finding this old stuff. It took a little while searching, but I actually just got another old item, which is kind of cool. You guys might recognize that as being part of an old pocket watch, part of the internals out of a pocket watch. Pretty common find. If there's any information on there, I'll throw it up and let you guys see, but more than likely it's blank. Not a bad find. Well, what I thought was a small quarter signal has turned into a big giant tag. It was about 4 inches down, I would say. And wow, that's number one. I assume that's probably a cow tag. I'm not really in an area where I know of any agricultural stuff, but I'm sure at one time this area, when it was undeveloped, was, you know, had some animals out here. So pretty cool. Very unexpected for where I'm at. I would personally consider this one of the worst things you can find when you get a $50 or dollar signal. I just got a big piece of aluminum, probably off of a building or something like that. I find these all the time, and a lot of them sound great in the ground. They sound like a big silver coin, but that's just part of the hobby. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Take a look at this. I've never dug one of these. Very odd. I got a metallic die. What the heck? It's made of like junk metal, like zinc or something like that, but still really strange. Don't think I've ever even seen a metallic die. What the heck? Let's get back to it and keep hunting. Just popped this out of the ground, and I thought I might as well show it off because I've been talking about digging high tones. This is a big piece of copper sheeting, I believe. Very, very common find depending on where you're at, but usually gives a really high signal on at least my machine. I would think most every other machine, but sound like a giant quarter, just like the cow tag. So we'll put it in the bag. Hey everybody, I'm back at the house now and I've cleaned up all my finds, so let's take a few moments to go over the board. Well folks, there's the board. We managed to fill it pretty well this week. Lots of finds. We're going to come over here first though and look at the trash. I managed to just remove a mountain of garbage once again. Lots and lots of random stuff, including stuff sitting on top of the ground. Please, if you're going to meddle, to take as much garbage with you as you can. It does protect the hobby. So there's all the garbage from 4 separate hunts over about 10 hours. But here's the board. I managed to find about $21 in modern change. This is dimes, quarters, and these are actually all copper pennies. Can you believe I didn't find a single wheat penny this week? Pretty remarkable, but I found a lot of change. That's going to go towards buying another old coin. Found a few nickels. I dug a lot of the high tones and not many low tones. And then there's my zinc pennies. There's a few in there that are going to be salvageable, but we'll clean them up a little bit more. Let's go around the board just a little bit. I do like this video cassette recorder from JCPenney. This little aluminum piece of metal. Pretty cool there. I did find a Libra little charm or something like that. A few odds and ends. There's a big fuse. Got a vape pen. A few random pieces of copper and sheeting and stuff like that. Luster cream. Aluminum cap off of something. There's a destroyed toy car. Some little guardian angel charm, kind of odd. Twist of pepper, that's from Dr. Pepper, kind of cool. Washer, some random piece of aluminum. There's a rose tag. We'll keep going along here. Managed to get that little cross. I got this little tiny copper rivet. Find a lot of those. Got some age to it. Random piece of brass. There's an internal part of a pocket watch. Kind of neat. Got a bullet. Didn't show you guys. That big die. Some piece of jewelry, not sure what that is, if it's an earring or something like that. Got quite a few keys. I didn't show you guys all these coming out of the ground. That was sitting in the grass. That one I broke getting it out of the ground, but got myself a stainless steel spoon that's all smashed up. This is part of the handlebar to a bike. It's aluminum. So I've dug a couple of those and they usually sound pretty good on the machine. Some aluminum tags off of a house for like the house number. There's some random tag with somebody, I think it says Zoe or something like that. What else do we have to look at? Got that big cow tag. That's pretty cool. I find these occasionally. Neat find. Don't know what the heck this is. Anybody out there have any idea? Odd little piece of metal. It's got a hole running through the middle of it. Don't know on that one. There's that little fastener. It's got some age to it. One little piece of a harmonica reed. That little religious pendant is pretty cool. There's a shotgun shell, a little metal bead. And then we get to the really good stuff. I did manage to get a little sterling ring. Not in the greatest of shape, and it's not marked, but that's got to be sterling. So, pretty cool little ring there. I will take that. Any silver I can get. And then my best find this week, and something that I love, I have not found one in 2 years. I got myself a Standing Liberty quarter. No date, and I can't see a mint mark right there, but that's definitely a Standing Liberty quarter. Beautiful coin. It's in really bad shape. I didn't clean it very much. I don't recommend cleaning your silver coins, but that is an awesome find. We did pretty well this week. Well, everyone, we did pretty well this week. We found a lot of change. We found a few pieces of silver, including a coin that I have not dug in 2 years. I was just overjoyed to finally dig another Standing Liberty quarter. We had a lot of fun and removed a lot of trash. So please like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm doing, and I will see you next time. Goodbye now.